Hi, how's it going? My name's Aaron Hirsch, and I watched Beast of No Nation for the film final. To give an overview of my walklet, I had went through and created it, which was a really cool experience. And I found it to be very, 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 very interesting to be able to put everything together in one place instead of having to source and find all these different ways to do it. It just puts everything in one place. So to get started, I have the title here. It was a Netflix original film. Um, Here I gave a nice little intro just to kind of show what the basis of the film was, or what the film was about, and I wanted to provide some type of art with this, and I found this to be extremely, extremely interesting, just because I'm really, really love art. Um, I went down into talking about the film, the overall film gist of how they shot it, and this um, YouTube clip shows the chaotic sense of how the entire film as a whole was shot as almost a documentary sense kind of feel, and it really brought the viewer in to feel as though that they were there in the moment with the cast and even in the actual experience. Um, and I just wanted to be able to kind of touch on that, just kind of in the sense of how genius the cinematography was. And then to drop down into the cultural significance of it, I felt as though that overall the full presence of Agu and the commandant and how it kind of related in so many different ways to gang violence as we've seen in plenty of other films, and how children are so easily manipulated in such a terrible manner for them to feel as though violence is the only answer. Um, and that's what really, really drew me closer into the film was seeing Agu have to go through everything that he went through just to be able to feel as though he might be doing something right at some points and to never know what the reality of the world was. And lastly, what I wanted to get into in these last two was showing what my response was, which was kind of what I just kind of went through, was saying I was really, really into seeing what Agu went through, and this is just an image on the right, and showing just how personable and how interactive it was. Um, and lastly, it was just the reflective response of seeing just how humanity was shown in such a horror but exhilarating, and how happiness can be found in a lot of different ways. Um, but at the same time, seeing what these people had to go through. Overall, Beast of No Nations was such an incredible, incredible, incredible film. I love the actors in it, and I found it to be something that I think most people should watch because it's not every day that we see what's happening in these war-driven areas, and there's something that we can do, and there's always something that can happen that can help these people's lives. And I think this movie brings a light on it, and it really shows how the world really is working outside of the US. So, overall, fantastic film and that fantastic experience.